Bevo, what went wrong for you guys tonight?
They scored more points than us.
What parts of your game plan didn't work for you?
Well, we fouled too much. Just way too much. But they went to the foul line 35 times. And we're an up-tempo team, so we want to play up and down as much as we can to create the fatigue factor. So we're in pretty good shape physically. So as soon as we foul them, that stops them making a recover. So I thought we did a really poor job of that. We broke down too often on our on-ball defence, which allowed too much penetration, too many open shots. So probably they were the main areas. Fouling too much, didn't defend the ball well enough.
You've mentioned that fouling a couple of times this season. Is it becoming a bit of a problem, and how do you stop that?
It's a massive problem that, as I said, because the style game we play, that allows them off the hook and it gives them time to regroup, to be able to do whatever they want to do. Until we are a lot smarter with that, we spoke about this before. We've got to stop fouling. Simple as that.
I've heard you mention it at training a couple of times as well. Is it not getting through to the players, or are they just breaking down?
It's early. It's early. And I think we are so physical and things like that. We want to play that style game. So tonight they called everything on that and we didn't adjust well enough.
Speaking of physical, Adelaide came out pretty hard. There was obviously the bit of a melee that went on in the second quarter. Yeah. Did that rattle the guys at all?
No, not at all.
No. Did it have any effect on the outcome?
Well, I think that when that happened at the time, it actually gave us a little bit of momentum on that. So that was probably better for us. And it was important that we do stick together as a group. We're not a group that wants to go out and fight, but we've got to stick up for each other. When somebody does something cheap like that, you've got to do that.
You said before the season that you expected teams to come out and try and beat you up. You seem well prepared for that. Is this a bit of a wake-up call of how hard teams will actually come out?
Yeah, everybody wants to kick the Perth Wildcats' arse. It's simple as that. We always have a target on our back. The crowd's amazing. So when people come in, it's the most intimidating venue. So that actually gets the other team going a lot. So we got to deal with a lot of things like that. And that's a compliment in a way. So if we lose, it's okay. We don't want to change too much of what we're doing. Tonight they beat us.
Rob, end of the second quarter, you hit a couple of baskets, seized that momentum going at half time. How disappointing was it that you couldn't sort of take that initiative, I guess, in the third quarter when the game was...
Obviously we'll sit down and we'll evaluate things like that. I just didn't think we were overly smart how we played the game tonight. I thought they played very, very well. And obviously coming in that third quarter, gave up a couple of easy baskets to again give them hope. And they took the opportunity.
Yeah. The stats show they shot the ball unbelievably well tonight. I mean, is that one of those shooting nights from them or your defence, or a bit of both?
Both. I thought their decision making was very good. Our half court D wasn't good enough. Again, we'll look at the tape, but I think we gave up way too many layups and too many open shots. And our trademark, I thought we were pretty good with our pressure D, but not good enough in the half court. And so far we've done really well. Tonight we didn't.
I thought one of the shining lights, Rob, was Greg Hyde, where he came off the bench second quarter, a couple of big shots, drawing fouls and things like that. Real spark off the bench, didn't it?
Yeah, no, that was great, and we want everybody to come off the bench like that, and we'll take our hat off to Greg. It was a great performance from him, and very pleased for him. It gives us an extra person that we know we can play.
How much confidence is he going from his SBL season where he's put up obviously massive?
It even went back 12 months when he first started, just how hard he worked, the way he changed his body, his attitude to training was just as good as I've seen, and that carried on into the SBL, and right now he is starting to play with a lot more confidence. It's great for us.
Does that Damian Martin factor, Damian Martin factor, did that play any role in tonight's game?
It's going to take a little bit of time for us to adjust without Damo. I think we all know that. You kid yourself if you say you don't. So we've got to find ways of getting everybody more involved, and there's no doubt that affects us for sure.
Shawn, does it show how much he does run the ship? Because at times your offence looked disjointed. Was that because Damo wasn't there, or because someone wasn't building it?
I think it was Adelaide was kind of jumping it up with us as well. But yeah, I mean, Damo's a massive piece of this team, and he's going to be missed. But yeah, we had other guys that can step up. But I felt yeah, we didn't get into a flow as we usually have, and especially these first 3 games before tonight, we had played some pretty good basketball. So it's disappointing that we took a step back. You know, and we'll have to learn from this. And I guess if you're going to have one of these games, it's better to have it early than late.
You got the scratches and I'm sure the bruises to prove it. Did you feel it as a more physical game tonight?
Yeah, I mean they knew they had to play some great basketball to come in here and beat us, and they did. We weren't up to you know, what we usually can provide, and it's frustrating. And you know, it's unbelievable what Greg can do, and you know, his minutes, and he's just waiting there. It's that's encouraging signs for us, but you know, it's still early in the season, and you know, we told the guys keep our heads up. We got to make sure we learn from this. It's going to be a long year, but we can't let too many of these happen, especially on our home court. We take a lot of pride winning at home.
Right, early days, but what's going to be the biggest sort of focus of training this week in the lead up to Wollongong?
Oh, just to go back and do what we do well, just to reinforce that it's okay, boys. You know, losses happen. We've got to just move on. It's happened. Can't dwell on it. We'll definitely analyse it. But you know, we're not going to change the approach where I'm going to spit the dummy and we're going to train harder than what we do, because we'll work it out. We'll work it out.